originally a spoken, not written work. And a limited number of copies have been reproduced on compact disc, and so you'll have an opportunity to hear LRH giving you these words himself. And there you have it, our new Scientology, a new slant on life. Since we were doing the library, we decided to do it all, and rounding out the whole parade are what we call the reference books, for the fact is they are books to be referred to by any Scientologist time and time again. The books appropriately begin with Scientology 08, the Book of Basics, the companion book to all other LRH books and lectures. You've never seen one like this, especially when you factor in all else happening to bring you the rest of the LRH recorded legacy. Meaning, with that project having massively advanced, we were able to draw from virtually every LRH recorded lecture, not to mention every LRH writing, in locating every scale, code, creed, axiom, and all other basics of Dianetics and Scientology. Previous editions included 40 scales. This one includes 180. In addition to the table of contents, this book contains 3 indexes: a subject index, an alphabetical index, and a chronological index. But in terms of usefulness, that wasn't good enough. The question was how to place the scales in such a way that you could literally read the book as a book from beginning to end and gain an even greater level of full conceptual understanding. And what you'll find is each scale placed in its appropriate chronological sequence, but when that particular scale has had various forms or revisions, we include them in sequential order at that very point in the text. So for instance, when you go to get Stone Scale 1948, it's followed by 50, 1952, and to the most PT 1971. Then again, look at the bottom of the page and there's even a running line telling you this is a chronological section for that particular scale. Okay, so that's Scientology 08. Next is Introduction to Scientology Ethics. The current edition is already one of the most used references, and this one takes it one step better. If you're familiar with the current book, you know what it contains, although I will tell you that this new edition further includes additional tech previously lost on the conditions of emergency, normal, and power. Beyond that, it's also now got a Golden Age standard layout, and it's otherwise perfect in every sense. And finally, a special reference edition of The Way to Happiness. And even here, we return to LRH's original typed and handwritten manuscript, discovering more than a few alterations that had crept in over the years. Mind you, typographical type errors, not altered text. The pictures of the book say more than I could, but needless to say, our most beautiful edition ever. And with that, you've seen them all, and that's your new basic books and lectures and the beginning of a true golden age. All right. A little bit more, guys. Thank you. So, is that it? Not quite. The next question is, what do you do? And here's the answer. So there's my answer. You're going to know these books and lectures to your very core, and all according to a lineup that was expressly designed for you. It's all predicated on the fact your route to knowledge means studying these books and lectures in chronological sequence. Sure, you can do them on your own, but why not do them in the org? And even if you had a tinge of wonder about what that might entail financially, when you leave this event hall, you'll feel guilty for even having had that thought. As for the first level of course, and the one you really want to do, it's the books and lectures course. If you've ever experienced a free win service, then you've got a good idea what it is. A fully check-sheeted course embracing the book and its companion lecture series, taking you through with full application of study tech to the result of total certainty. The courses are fast, and given what you'll soon hold in your hands in terms of materials, they're also easy. The entire purpose of these courses is not only to get you to get the data and to know the data, but to get you to think with it so you make it your own. That's not my idea, that's the LRH design. And so, unlike an academy course where you are drilling procedure to perfection, you are going to find a lot of questions asking you why, including questions such as, do you agree that man needs a science of mind? What would be your requirements for a science of the mind? And how about this one, to get you to correlate the dynamics, the tone scale, etc. Give an example of your own of the tone scale in action for insects. All those I've listed were written by LRH for Dianetics. The point, to get you to make it your own. While to make it even easier, Golden Era Productions contracted to have special compact disc players manufactured for our org academies. They're set up with a standard foot pedal system so you can have your materials in front of you and operate the player with your foot. Not that there's going to be much in your way, because when you study these books and lectures, you're going to find virtually every word defined right in the glossary. So no, you don't have to worry about reaching around that 6-foot-high stack of dictionaries. But there's another special feature that you'll particularly enjoy. Our machines have been designed with a 10-second automatic rewind. Now, what does that mean? Assume you missed a word and want to re-listen to what LRH said. With one press of a button on your foot, the CD rewinds 10 seconds and immediately goes back into play. As a matter of fact, we brought along a demonstration. Take a look.
Man can achieve these goals today of freedom for himself and his people through Scientology, providing man can achieve these goals today of freedom for himself and his people through Scientology, providing man can achieve these goals today of freedom for himself and his people through Scientology, providing he works hard, providing he works sincerely,